Well, today was the Unpacked event from Samsung, live from Korea, and most people went into it already knowing what the big talking points would be. The Flip 5, the Fold 5, the new Samsung watches, and the new Tab S9s. And now that the dust is cleared and we've got to look at the specs and features, and more importantly, the prices, let's go over it and see if it's a good idea to upgrade on release date of August 11th, or if you should save your money on next year's model. Let's get into it. Far and away, the biggest thing of the morning was the Flip 5. But before we get into that, let's talk about the Fold side of things. The Z Fold 5 will have a stronger hinge with an even smaller gap between the halves. They say this one will have more tension in that hinge, so it'll allow it to strongly hold any angle that you put it in. It'll have the same processor as the new S23 series, and it seems to have the same kind of nightography features for taking photo and video in low light situations. The Fold 5 has a lot of the same or maybe minor changes from the 4, but still being a powerhouse for that multitasker. Then they mentioned the IPX rating. That's right, the new series of both the Fold and the Flips are still not resistant to dust at all. This is something I really wish they could work on in a future model, because having a small amount of lint or dust in my pocket makes me a nervous wreck with this phone. This was a big disappointment for me. With the starting price we are now used to seeing, the Fold 5 will be at the $1799 price point. Now, I have never had a tablet from Samsung, but if you use them, the new S9, S9 Plus, and S9 Ultra seem like really good models. They basically look and act like larger versions of the newest Galaxy phones, the S23 series. So if you already know how to use a Samsung phone, the learning curve for the tablet series should be really short-lived for you. The Galaxy Watch 6 and even a new Watch 6 Classic, which reverts back to its roots in terms of design, seem to be really cool and even feature new widgets and add-ons to further use your phone on your wrist. WhatsApp, Audible, and Gmail are currently available or will be in the very near future. The watches will come in 40mm and 44mm sizes, starting at $299 for the basic and $399 for the classic. Now that we're getting into the standout performance of the event, the Flip 5, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. As you can see, I was not sent early models of any of these devices, but hopefully soon this channel will grow enough that maybe I'll be on Samsung's radar and you can get a more in-depth review next time around. Anyway, on to the Flip. Same as the Fold, the Flip has a reinforced, stronger hinge. It has the same processor, photo AI software, and the same SAD dust rating. The big story with the Flip 5 is the significantly larger front screen when the Flip is closed. It appears to be roughly double in size from its predecessor, and they have really done an overhaul on what all it can do, with many more widgets and cases that match your displays, auto framing when taking a selfie, where now it will detect if it needs a wider field of view when taking selfies with a group as opposed to one person. The Flip does look really cool. Its starting price, also familiar to us, is $999. So, what do you think of these models? Should you immediately upgrade, or is it better to sleep on this one? In my opinion, if you have never owned a foldable phone and are looking to jump into the party, then the Fold and Flip 5 are fantastic places to get your feet wet, and you're gonna get the best available phone. If you're like me, however, and you do already own the Fold 4, then honestly, I think it's worth waiting to see what new stuff Samsung will put into their 6. Many of the changes will likely roll out to older models through software updates, so really all you're buying is a slightly smaller hinge, and on the Flip a larger front screen that I honestly don't think you'd use other than quick notifications and things before opening it up to use the full function of the phone. The watches and the tablets, they seem really cool, so if you're in the market for one of those, I'd definitely grab one for yourself. But as for the phones, similar to my thoughts on the S23 series, this year is an incremental year and not one that I'm likely to use my upgrade on. So what were your thoughts? Did you watch the event? Comment below which one you're gonna get for yourself, or if you think I'm totally off base, let me know why. Hit that like button and share it with your friends and family so they can too have an honest review of Samsung's Unpacked 23 event. Till next time, love you guys, bye.